Today marks 1534th day of daily lessons, daily reflections. Yesterday I shared attributes of a person who will succeed at some point in their life, one way or another, because they have the path to success. And today we'll focus on totally other direction. What are the attributes of people who really choose to put themselves in a position to fail? Now, we know that is they put themselves in a position to fail, but at some point in life they could really shift that and put some in position to succeed. But today I will share how do you know that when a person really are in a position to fail? Number one, they confuse thinking with doing. I think this is one of the easier one to understand because you can consume all day long books, seminars, YouTube videos. You can reflect, you can think all day long, you can read all day long. But until the execution comes into place, until doing comes into place, we'll never succeed. And my mentor said that people who succeed are producers. And that's why we always need to ask ourselves, what do I produce? And that's exactly why my decision to start my YouTube channel, because I want to produce. I want to produce something, and speaking is a production. It's a production of being able to really reflect, read, educate yourself, and after that, produce something with it. And that's when I look at you, a person who is failing, most likely will spend a lot of time of analyzing, reflecting, reading. Those are extremely important things. But like in everything in life, if you overdo it, it loses power. That means if you exercise 1 hour a day, that is great. But if you exercise potentially 5 hours a day or 10 hours a day, will it add value of exercising 10 hours a day? No. So if exercise doesn't add value when you exercise 10 hours, how reading, educating, thinking of 10 hours will add value in the future in any way possible? No. So that means that like it's a little bit different with execution, because if you actually do the right thing, like exactly the work, when you do the right thing more hours, you will get more of it. And that's why rather than making plans, maybe you execute, and those actions will bring all the things that you need. Now, I don't say that don't need to practice; those are extremely important. That we need to educate ourselves, but the more you execute, the more education you need. Because if you just execute, most likely you will fail at some point because it will keep the same mistakes over and over and over again. Number two, they protect comfort more than truth. They protect comfort more than truth. What it means that people who have a tendency to fail or put themselves in a position to fail, they don't like hard conversations. Sometimes even I think that politeness is poorly of comfort. Because polite people don't want to tell you exactly what's going on, and they will want to sugarcoat things. And that's again a person who is in a position to fail. Because people who really want the best for you, they want to really know you, the truth behind things. But it means in their life and in your life will be better. But I think that one thing is that people who really succeed, they expose to reality. People who fail, they expose themselves to comfort. So we can ask ourselves, what do you expose yourself to? Do you expose yourself to comfortable environments, or do you expose yourself to an environment that is stretching you, challenge you, sometimes even rejects you? And again, person who really position themselves to fail is sometimes choosing comfort over truth. Number three is they wait to feel ready. And this is a very cliche and very old one, but that's such a true power anyway. You never will be ready. I know that because I have been waiting to be ready as well. And last year, 2025, was like I said that I will execute the same day when I think about the idea. And I found it is so much more fun because you execute immediately and you know what works and wasn't. And so many times when I executed immediately, I realized that this is not a good idea. How I came up with this idea, this terrible idea. But imagine if I didn't execute. Imagine if I didn't execute. Now I planned 1 week, 2 weeks, was getting ready, even a month, was preparing or reading, educating about this thing. And after a month, putting so much effort in that idea, now I finally execute. And within a 1 day, I realized that was a terrible idea. How much time do you waste? And if you do that on consistent basis, year over year, of course you are on the trajectory of failing because that is not sustainable. Because one idea that is terrible takes months, sometimes even years, because you wait years to really execute on that idea. But if you change that and execute immediately, that gives everything. It's something. And it's an interesting thing that action makes you ready, not the thought. And most time we execute totally differently, and it's total opposite. So interesting. Number four, and this is a very unique one. They quit quietly, and this is very interesting because I really always find it very interesting that people quit quietly. What it means is that they didn't announce even to themselves that they quit, but actions tell differently. What it means is that they said that this is my goal, this is my aspiration, this is my vision, and I'm doing the right thing to achieve it. And at some point, some kind of circumstance happened. Maybe they didn't achieve result by the time that they wanted, and now because of that, they lean back. They take away the gas pedal, the foot from the gas pedal, and I think that and they don't say that they quit, neither their friends, neither themselves, but the action says that they quit already. They quit quietly. And I think that's why I love this code so much. That this incredible code is that if you're not able to fly, then walk. If you're not able to, if not, no, I'm so sorry. This is if you're not able to fly, then run. If you're not able to run, then walk. If you're not able to walk, then crawl. Just keep moving forward. This is a powerful, powerful code. What it says is when people quit quietly, they're not even crawling. I understand. I understand that life is sometimes difficult, sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's rough. Like you are devastated when you lose people in your life, when you lose a lot of things. You didn't achieve what you wanted. I know it's tough, but doesn't give you excuse to quit quietly. If you determine to make things happen, that means that you crawl forward. So it means if you set that you want to build a business, a massive business for the future, be a billionaire, that's a massive, massive goal. What your actions is telling. So during the worst day of your life, would you read 2 pages a day? Would you do that? Would you crawl forward? Or would you quit quietly? And I think this is again one person who really succeeds in life. I think that separates is that they able to really do the bare minimum, even at the worst day. People who quit quietly, they skip 1 day, they quietly skip second day, they quiet then third day, and then they always even sometimes by accident even forget that there was even their goal. And this is again the trajectory of a failure, person who is skipping quietly. And I think that even a gym. So that means that if you're not able to go to gym, maybe able to give 20 push-ups a day. Not go to gym. That's all fine. You're not able to even afford it. You're not able to have time. There's so many things that could not allow you to go to gym. You are at home, and maybe your apartment is extremely small that you're not able to exercise, but even on a bed you're able to do push-ups. Like you're able to be such a creative person to really find a way to really crawl in your life. And I think that that's again just people who quit quietly forget that they able to find the way. And again, this is a person who succeed is resourceful, a person who don't complaining that something is lacking. So I think that the last thing that I want to mention is again that successful people have willingness and unsuccessful people are unwilling to find a way. I think that's again one of the best ways to understand that when a person is going to fail, when they're unwilling to find the way. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.